Hey guys, I thought I would take a moment and I would post a quick discussion when it comes to early modern modern country music. Um, I'll do this quickly. I've got about 34% battery, it looks like, so yeah, I got to get moving. Um, so when I'm talking about early modern country music, most of you are probably thinking about country music in the last 5 years or so, 10 years ish. I'm talking about when we have a real commercial foundation in Southern Appalachian music, basically when it started to be recorded to make money. So you're looking mid 1920s, roughly. So, anyways, let's go. Let's put a line on the board. This is basically your timeline. So let's put this in mark here. Let's call this today. And then let's go back here. And let's put a line. Let's make this a little longer. And let's put a line right here. And let's put at the beginning of the timeline when we have European settlers begin to trickle their way down the Philadelphia Wagon Road and began to settle, and when they began to settle in western North Carolina. So we're looking around the 1730s as we know it. So this is basically time, and this is, in a very broad sense, Southern Appalachian music. Okay, let's put a line right here. Let's call this the mid 1920s. Okay, so up until this point, you've got, looks like I just got a text. You've got two main influences. Okay, let's see if I can make this a little closer. There, good. There's quite a bit of glare, isn't there? Let me try this. There, that might actually help a little bit. Let's go back for maybe, possibly. Okay, cool. Anyway, so 1730s, mid-1920s today. Up through here, you've got Scots-Irish, of course, and African-American influences, musically speaking. Scotch-Irish, of course, and then here you would, of course, have spirituals and also things like work songs, right? Right. Then we go forward to about like the mid-1920s. At this point, we begin to have some artists like Jimmie Rodgers and the Carter family. They begin to get recorded, okay? So when that happens, you have this branch that comes off right here. Do note how this is still going forward. But then you have this branch that comes off, and this is what we're going to be getting into whenever it comes into early country music. You have this branch that here, people, they begin to get recorded, and it begins to sell. And of course, when that happens, you have the industry saying, we can make some money off this. Ta-da, snowballs forward. You have this new genre that we called country music. So let's put a little dollar signs right here, like that. You could also make the argument that there could be some influence there when it comes to the blues, of course, especially because of recording technology and the blues beginning to be recorded and dispersed all throughout the country, and therefore also coming into North Carolina. Your local blues influence would be, of course, the Piedmont blues. So really, you have an influence, you have two of them between the Mississippi Delta blues, like early people who are getting recorded 1920s, 1930s, but then you also have the blues that is here within this area of North Carolina, which is, of course, the Piedmont blues. So you have this happening here, 1920s, this goes forward, and this is your early country. It's similar to Scotch-Irish, except like the real difference that I'm going to put to it is that it is made for money at this point. So therefore, it's a little different, not quite the same purpose. I mean, culturally it's the same purpose, but on the end of the financial spectrum, it's not the same, because this is worth dollars, dollars, dollars. Just to put something like this into terms for you, if you have this keep on going forward, which we will, about the mid-1950s, let's put the mid-1950s here, you have this blending with early rhythm and blues music. And what does that equal? You guessed it. Rock and roll. Totally. Rock and roll. Whoops, I kind of went off the board there. Sorry. This will then blend with early rock and roll. So, Southern Appalachian music, 1730s. We have the first Europeans in this area of North Carolina. Scotch-Irish music blends with African American elements that are in the area. Time goes forward. You hit like the mid-1920s. You have a handful of like Southern Appalachian artists who get recorded, and it is the birth of what we call early country music. So that goes here, branches off. There are some other influences that are becoming part of it. Blues music, Delta blues, the Piedmont blues. You would have to make that argument at least to a point. And then that keeps going forward. Early country does. And so in like the mid-1950s, it begins to fuse with early R&B music. Ta-da! Rock and roll. It's not by accident that many of your early rock and roll artists basically are like early country artists, like Elvis. Like if you listen like to really, really early Elvis, and if you take away a little bit of the like swing, if you will, he's basically a country artist. Johnny Cash, early on, he's considered like early rock and roll, right? Because he is part of the like Sun Record family, but he actually is now considered a country artist, right? So the line is blurred like crazy, especially back then, during like the mid-1950s. Whoops, over here. Sorry. Cool. So there you have it. If you have any questions, it looks like I just got a second text. I wonder what that has to deal with. I'm going to go find out. I'll see you guys later.